Hello, everyone, and yeah, welcome back. Father's Day Part 2. And I do want to make it clear, I did have a really great Father's Day. It sounded all sad the last one because I was just bummed out about my friends and their kids. And I made the mistake of trying to reach out to the family of one of them, and it was like, I can barely support myself. Like, what am I supposed to do for, like, this kid? It came off as, like, kind of, oh, I mean, I don't think it was, like, creepy, but I don't know. It's just, there are ways that you can help, and then there are ways where you shouldn't try to help, basically. So that got me thinking of doing like a project for just like single parents out there to have as a resource. I mean, I know that this one place or the Alpha Center that I used to get tested for STDs, they also provided um, gift cards for diapers for new parents. So, I mean, it was an incentive to choose life over abortion, but um, I mean, I didn't see it like that. I mean, I knew that that's kind of part of the deal, but it was like I was yeah, I was a struggling parent, so I was like, all right, whatever, like thanks for the gift cards and the education too, because they taught us like, or well, taught me. I had to do the classes, but basically, my co-parent did a couple classes too, to be fair, but and plus she became medical field, so definitely not worried about that. And that's basically what it was. It's like SIDS and like just kind of like how to hold your baby, how to properly treat them, how to feed them, and all the important stuff. How to yeah, basically holding it, cradling the neck is like the main thing, and then yeah, things that the dad might not be aware of, which is fair. So, anyways, education, the free spread of it, and the encouraged spread of it, and then resources too. So, like, young parents, yeah, it's expensive to have a kid nowadays, and like, especially with people like, I know that's been a thing. Oops, let's see, something that Elon's been kind of concerned about is like fertility rates and birth rates and stuff. And it's like, I don't know, we have quite the population. I feel like all my life I've heard that there's an issue with too many people. And it's not really, I don't know. Actually, wait, what am I doing? I'm trying to just drop all this off. I'm not really trying to do side projects. I'm trying to get, oh, I guess I should probably make a pyramid of that at some point. Anyways, but no, just like a more communal style of a lot of things is basically a broad way to say it. Like a tool library or um, like it takes a village to raise kids. I mean, basically, I don't know, getting into the whole, trying to think. So there were a couple of uncomfortable threads on the Twitter threads, and you know, I don't know, we won't even go into that. Where should I put ink sacks? And the dyes. There's some of that. Okay. And clay can go here. And planks and this. Now, basically, what we need to do is make replicable ideas and kits. Basically, you need kits for everything, like models for. I feel like most everywhere in the world understands how they want to go about their government, at least, or have a roadmap to it. I mean, I can't speak with too much authority on, well, a lot of places, admittedly. I have seen a lot of stuff going back and forth about the British government and just politics over there, and it seems like, you know, same stuff, different day across the pond. But I don't know. I mean, so that's like how our mom and dad on a Father's Day, the mama, or I guess it's King Charles now or something, but basically our original leaders. And which, we stood on the shoulders of the British Empire to create America. I mean, let's not get it twisted. We didn't just like come up with all of these great things. Now, Benjamin Franklin did a lot of the same stuff. You could bet that if he had YouTube, he'd be doing this nonsense. Like he'd be doing some musings, like talking to himself, going zapping himself with a kite and a key. I don't know. I mean, I've heard that that's like not exactly how it happened, or I don't know. But I've also heard he had a lot of other random inventions, the bifocals. But I mean, just random things. But then I feel like I've seen some fictitious things where they just made up that like, oh yeah, he also built like a flying car tank, tiger or whatever. And like, it's like all these mechanical wonders, and I don't know. My point being is, I love my country. America is a great country. We've got a lot of flaws, but I mean, nobody's perfect. But we were this way because we stood on the shoulders of England or UK or whatever they want to call themselves. Um, yeah, I love a lot of the British humor, like Mr. Bean, Monty Python, like, some of my leaders and heroes growing up, my role models. So, um, which might explain a lot. If you've ever watched a Mr. Bean, you should definitely check that out. Uh, so, I don't know. And also taking the time to take care of the self too, because I mean, I do all this, like, I'm having a lot of fun playing video games, just like slowly building a bunch of cool things to like walk by and just, and all these things. At level 142, that was kind of funny. Anything 42. And not for the stoner thing, mind you, although, mixed feelings about that, like, oh, Hitler's birthday, whatever. Like, no, it's like, I don't know. And I've worked at places where they're like, yeah, careful, dude, they do random drug tests right after 420, like, if like, weed wasn't allowed. But now I think Colorado has to, like, I don't know, for the most part, unless it can be deemed as, like, a risk or safety risk or something, but even then, I don't know. But, anywho. Things that certain places like China doesn't even have legal weed. I don't think at all. I mean, no medicinal, no, no nothing. You just can't smoke. So, um, or eat. You can make blood butter now and like or chewy gummies. But actually, I even saw Cheech and Chong since we legalized hemp nationwide for it's like the cultivation or agricultural agreement, which was great too. Don't get me wrong, because I also saw this story about these or I forget where, but they pulled over a semi or some big old truck with just tons and tons of hemp, and they confiscated it, and they ruined it. They left it out in the rain and stuff, kind of like as a slap to the face, like, oh, these hippies or whatever. And then come to find out, then we legalized it nationwide to cultivate hemp for industrial purposes. So now Cheech and Chong took the very low amounts of THC out of hemp and concentrated it to be a large amount of THC, all from hemp. And so they now advertise that our favorite plant is legal. And I'd be interested to see like how effective the gummies are compared to like if they were ranked or see some reviews from people that know what they're talking about with like the real thing. And then I was wondering how I had some already because it didn't look like I broke any, but now I'm like starting to think I did. Because it's also hard to tell because the ground stays the same. You just lose the stalk, and then if you're not really looking for it. Anyways. Ugh. I'm thinking about trying to attempt a couple more Code Wars videos. That sounds like fun. I want to do the Sudoku one. Because I basically, like, even I can just kind of write out the pseudocode in my head, the plans or the blueprints. And it's like, you got to check 3 conditions for the Sudoku grid. You got to check each subgrid to see if they contain all 9 numbers. And you have to check each row and each column. That's it. And I was missing the first one. I was driving myself crazy because I just could not figure out why I wasn't passing the last test case. And I saw it, and it was really clever. It was like a rolling marquee of, yeah, I've got room. Like kind of how you see on Times Square where the stuff rolls from like the left to the right, like the light bulbs change. Well, anyways, it was like 0 through 9 for the first row. Then the second row started at 1 through 9 and then or wait, no, 0 is not one of them because that would have been 10. Anyways, no, so it's 1 through 9, and then the next row is 2 through 9 and then 1. And then the next row is 3 through 9, then 1, 2, and so on until it cycles all the way through. And so it passes the 2 test cases I was searching for, I was validating that each row and each column had all 9 numbers. And I was totally missing the subgrids. And that introduces a whole new piece of logic. So now you have to target a 2-dimensional array with X and Y coordinates in the correct order. So now we need 9 mini loops, or using a loop 9 times, or a helper function, which I can't remember what I did. I think I did it hard-coded, And the more scalable way would be to call a function. Wait. No, no, no. Now that I say that, I think I did. Or maybe it was just like, since it was so easy to write the code out, I didn't use a helper function for this, because I'm starting to think now, basically what it did is it checked if it had 1 through 9 in a group. So it passed it a list, which is a data structure in Python for, it's like an array of things. It could be integers, it could be words, it could be letters, it could be smiley faces, like whatever. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think you can. Well, actually, yeah, you could do the emojis and stuff in quotes, but you could do a table flip, or I don't know, but you could do very interesting things with ASCII art. So, and yeah, that's the basis of the entire Sudoku validation problem, which is a blue level. So that's a middle level Code Wars challenge, and it's as easy as that. Like as long as you're passing these things a list of the values from, because what the input is it's a 2D array of a solution. And so it's, what is that, 9 by 9, 81 values in order to form a Sudoku solution. And you have to prove if it's a valid solution or an invalid solution. Did they win or did they lose? Or do they have to start over? Hopefully they didn't do it in pen. That kind of thing. So, yeah, let's get some melons. Actually, no, what we should do... Yeah, no, never mind. We've got plenty of... We need to build up some resources, because we're about to expand. I can't remember Fithenberg or whatever sounds the best mixed with whatever seems like the coolest place to build. Yeah. Once I do the mid-level one, I mean, really it's just popping off a bunch of those white level ones, like hundreds too. I sat there and I did like almost 100 in a day, I want to say. And down by the bay, I just may. Sorry, any Adam Sandler fans. But, because once that's done, oh, this does feel like an odd flex. Like, look how big my furnace room is. Like, although I should just have a lot of these things, some blast furnaces. But I do need a lot of this for rails, and then... So I'm thinking about expanding. Like, even the next one out. Yeah, I don't think I've even started any of those. Yeah, see, these all need wood. Huh. Which I don't even have. Dang. Okay. Anyways, and then yeah, then I want to do a Java series, which really, once you learn one language like decently, then a second language isn't too bad. The big thing with Java is, well, especially it's very similar to Python because there's a lot more hand holding than like C++ even. They'll just say segmentation fault. Like, you have an error here. It's not really helpful. Whereas Python will tell you almost exactly what's wrong. And then, yeah. Actually, come to think of it, do I have enough for... Ooh. Okay. And then sticks. Lots of them. Wait, and that is... I guess I don't really need that many sticks. It's really just iron. In fact, if I remember right, I get too congested. Yep, there it is. So I really don't need all this wood. We'll do that. It's like I've done this before. But yeah, Java, semicolon at the end of the line. Still write clean code like you were programming in Python, because you don't know who all's going to have to read your code. And that's another thing too, is like setting yourself up for success and your company up for success. Because I don't care about, like whatever pride or trying to like force job security. I mean, granted, again, sustainable business models. If you're trying to work at a startup and they're trying to only pay you so much, like maybe everything. It's like everyone's got to lower their gun at the same time, which is kind of like a dark way to think about it. But oh man, even now. Oh, we can do that. Wait. All right. Let's. We now have a ton of rail. I don't even know what all this is. We're gonna get rid of all it. Okay. Well, let's figure out where we even want to go. I mean, no, this is just me driving. Oh, we actually still have to. Is that right? Yeah, the 9. Talking about Sudoku, we gotta validate our 9, phew. We should do NAN. It's like not a nation. Alright, so that means we need supplies. We have places there and there. We need to scout the whole map first before we try to set up the local map. Let's see. 1 empty locator map. We need 3, right? And then how do I want to do this? Septopolis. Yeah. Okay, and I know I need at least 2. So let's see, and how do we make compasses? Oof. Maybe we went a little too gung-ho. Oh, wait. No. Ah, never mind. Alright. Yeah, 3, 4. I'm trying to keep it at a reserve stack, but anyways, we can do ingots, and then compasses, and yeah. Wait. Out of curiosity, though. Yeah, no, you can't do it at the cartography table. That's right. You have to do it here. Empty locator map. I thought for a second there that you can make them at both places, so. Anyways. No, it's got to be something better than not a nation, like some kind of Greek or Roman sounding mythology. Wait, now we have a lot more room. We can. It's like I built all this like storage and it filled up so fast once I just kept throwing junk in here. Okay, that's an actual like project one, all the wool. But this is trying to be. Let's at least clear all this out as much as we can. Alright. Let's drop off the compasses. Yeah, because I was thinking you could go here and make compass with paper. But anyways. I mean, just to prove it. Because now I'm curious. Oh. Well, okay. See, and right there is a potential spot in my knowledge or my understanding of the world and my observations of the world. Because you can make a locator map at the cartography table and the crafting table. So, just like you can do stairs Well, at least stone stairs, add a crafting table, and uh, this thing, stone cutter. Jeez. You can make stairs, and the stairs are efficient. If you do that, they are 64. It's a 1-to-1 efficiency. Whereas here, if you do stairs, it's 6-to-1. Gets 4. Or 6-to-4. However, the price is 6 blocks and you yield 4. So for every 6, so you'd have to divide 64 by 6, which really you're just at 10 and then some jangle that you can't do. So without wasting, I mean, not that my precious. Actually, you know what? We'll see exactly how much we get, just to prove it. But here's my math thinking. So 60 with 10, you'll get 40. That's it. You'll have 40 stairs. And then you'll have 4 left over of the cobblestone. And for that, let's put the odd amount of cobblestone out. So we're only dealing in full stacks of cobblestone. So an isolated will do 1 stack, or, oh wait, no. Never mind. We have to do it this way. It's painstakingly like, this is science, and this is what I love about it. It's like, you hypothesize, you test, and then you adjust, you pivot, then you retest. Alright, so 1 stack will get 40 stairs. See? 40. We can even do it. We just wasted that, but I mean, that's fine. So, but the math was correct. So for 6 stairs, you bought 1. Yeah, 6-to-4. Just thinking about things like that. I don't know. Everybody should have a decent amount of business, statistics, and Western Civ, and public speaking, and, like every other thing. I don't know. Community college should be more encouraged. Like, at least, like, take a gap year, do some community college and work. Like, do like a hybrid thing. Or maybe even, I don't know. Like, I just want to say, like, you're going to be working for the rest of your life. So at least, like, and take a year off and enjoy it if you can afford it. But most people can't afford it. Most people are like, right into, at least if you want to live on your own. I mean, if you don't mind living at home, like, yeah, you can maybe get by with not working, or at least not working full time for a while. Maybe take it easy. But let's see. I can also do some of this. Let's see, what else do I have? Yeah, now I have a lot of stairs. Oops. Still had some that. Oh. Anywho. Ah, jeez. It's so much nonsense. Like, yeah, so what are granite, clay, and I only have yellow terracotta. That's all I really needed to know. There we go. That and gravel and granite. Oops. I don't know if that's right. I don't think it is, actually. I think that's right. If you look at it, the 2 little white ones on the bottom left. Oh, I dropped them. Alright. Diorite, which was back down there. I mean, that one's full. Clay's right here. Just notice I have more granite. That's why I like this. So, I mean, you can match the pictures mostly, but since this is in the city section... Oh, wait. It's because it's full. Oh. Alright. Well, if we're gonna go... Okay. An andesite. I don't have a full one yet, I don't think. Could be wrong. Oh, no. Not even close. Okay, and then some wood, some dirt. Which I'm just kind of always at a toss-up because, like, this is my garden basically going down, but then it should be here. Because, I mean, then if I need dirt, I know where to go. Whereas with the wood, it's more beneficial down there. Wood, sticks. Yeah, okay, we could put the moss in. Wait, what? That works. Okay. In fact, there was some in there. Anywho. Yeah, so Sudoku, I'll find it and then do that challenge. I'm trying to think of some other good ones. Like there's War of the Letters, which is where you're basically doing some string manipulation. Um, and they have different levels of like the game, basically. And it's almost like Age of Empires, or I think that's what it's called. The game I used to play is like it's like StarCraft only, or Warcraft, but with people, and you could do actual like campaigns, like like real historical things, or like reenact them or relive them. So, so I need an item frame. Um, let's go get rid of the compass and the paper and the extra maps. I'll take 3 maps just to be safe. I don't know. It's like I'm pretty sure it's only 2, but 2, 3, and then have a stash there. A couple of compasses. And I will bring Septopolis back. Let's drop off this wood. I don't feel like sorting it just yet. Okay. So we don't need. Whatever, we'll just put gold there. Oh, I should put. Yeah, let's put. Okay. Oh, we need obsidian. See, a lot of resources for all this stuff. Oh, and you know what? We're all tapped out. Wait, where am I? At least there's one. Okay. That's why I happen to keep a nice, healthy stash. Oh, actually, going this way. Let's get all the rest of the stuff. Let's see. We need a lighter. Oh, there's a bucket of water. We do need a couple things of rails. We need powered rails, which I didn't really make any of those. Let's see, I think it's that, and then sticks. Huh. Okay, so it's probably good. It's gonna have to be. I mean, we'll come back if there's any others, but alright, a couple of the rails. Let's take a bunch. I mean, really, I want to like overload. In fact, maybe even take another chest down there with me. Yeah, that's yeah. I actually have enough for 4 chests, so we'll do that. Oh, there's time. All right, well, next one we will go into building off to the 9th place, and I might do a Sudoku in between that. So, I don't know which one will upload faster or what. Oh, I was also thinking let's bring some produce on with us. So, yeah, I'm not quite done. So we'll go ahead and chop this, and I'll see you in the part 3. All right, ta-ta.